everybody. My name is Cheryl. Welcome back to More Pirate Makes. And today we are going to be talking about McCalls 8131. I cut this out, I think in January or February. I finally finished. I made view A, which is the most simple version. No ruffles, no fancy cuffs, anything like that. It's just straightforward. And I made a size small, because according to the finished garment measurements, that was plenty to accommodate my bust, my biceps, all that good stuff. So how did the sew go? This project did straddle my sewing machine being out of commission, and it's still not quite working right. So it was difficult to sew. I did try to slow down, take my time, redo sections that I had messed up, and make sure I was finishing my seams well. I don't know what's the best way to finish gathered seams. Like on the inside, it's quite heavily gathered, and they just have you stitch two lines, like the actual seam and then a second line. So that's what I did. Everywhere else, like on the side seams, I did French seams. Along the arm, I did because there's this placket, I did like stitch down the sides individually just to kind of clean that up a little bit. So finishing wise, I'm not terribly pleased with this. And you'll have to excuse my chalk markings and stuff. I finished this last night and I haven't washed it. I also got lipstick on it, on the collar right here. Biting off a thread. Okay. So how am I going to get that out? I don't really know. So some issues that I ran into with the pattern, and I'm not sure if it's, I mean, everything's ultimately your own fault, right? Take responsibility for your actions. So this is probably my fault, but right here, I noticed when I was cutting it out that the placket seemed quite wide. And even when I put in the binding, there was a gap between the two sides of about, I don't know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. So I just pinched that out and sewed it together to make this little pleat. I think that that looks fine. I think next time I'll just have to be more careful with the placement of my pattern pieces. I think what I did, because this is cut on the fold, like this section is cut on the fold, and then this like is backed off of the fold, and I think that I just had it not, like, I don't think I had the the fold line like directly on the fold. I think I had backed it away just a little bit, but since it's on the fold, that little bit got doubled, and I think that accounts for the extra space there. Yeah, also the directions for the collar placket, I didn't really understand, and I ended up having to go in and add extra stitching. And then at the bottom here, you can see there's like a teeny tiny pocket. So I think I must have read the instructions incorrectly. They weren't great instructions. I mean, it's simplicity, so they're, to me, they give like intermediate level instructions, not really beginner. And since this is the first time I made a top like this, I kind of needed more instructions. So how's the fit for me personally? I think I should, I will make this again. I don't know that I like this top. I don't know if I like the color or the fabric, like the drape of it. This is an old sheet, so I kind of knew that. But you can see the shoulder seams way back. So is that an indication I need a forward shoulder adjustment? I think so. Also, I think that it's a little too dropped. I think if I brought the sleeve up all the way, that also looks weird. But I think this is too dropped. Like you can really see that like I have super sloped shoulders. Or I don't know. I don't know if they're super sloped, but whatever. And I also think that not having a collar is not the best look for me. So let's go into the kitchen so you can get a full body view. And I'm going to try to salvage it with some styling. I mean, I've already made it. Obviously, I haven't put the ties in because I haven't found cording. And I also didn't put the buttons in, so I've got some help from some little manatee friends. Aren't they beautiful? Just to kind of get a view, because I don't have buttons that I really like, and I don't want to buy buttons without knowing what cording I'm going to get, because I think that's going to be harder to source thrifted than buttons, because there's always buttons around. Okay, so let's go to the kitchen. You can look at my whole body, and then I'm going to try it on with a couple different belt and shoe options and see if it's worth finding a cord and finding buttons so that this is salvageable. And I think I will make a second version, but in a different fabric, something with a little bit more drape, just to get a better feel, because I really wanted to incorporate like some pirate energy into my wardrobe. And if I can't wear like a pirate shirt, I'm not really sure. This is more like a tunic, I guess, but yeah, I really want to make this work, and I want to find a way to make this style work. The color's washing me out, so that's that. If I do decide to keep this version, I've already said I'm going to dye it. Okay, to the kitchen. It's pretty early morning, so the lighting's not great. Okay, so here's full body. I'm just pairing it with some black leggings for today because it's kind of all that I have in my wardrobe that feels like it's the same kind of vibe. Obviously, some high-waisted pants would probably also look good. Like, take out some of the bulk. Editing Cheryl will have to tell you what she thinks of that, because I can't see it. The camera's too far away, and I don't have a full-length mirror, which is probably something I should try to remedy, maybe for Christmas or something. Okay, so I'm gonna put on some socks and try on some shoes and some belts, and let's see what we think. Okay, so first I thought to go with my black leggings. I put on my black boots. These are like chunky black boots, kind of more modern style, I guess. And then I've got this black like velvet belt. So what do we think about that? I need to get a couple more black accessories. I don't have a black purse right now, which is kind of throwing me off, honestly. And then I also have this really awesome belt. This was recommended by Angela Clayton. I'll link her channel down below. She's a really awesome costumer, and she also like does some vintage stuff. And she recommended this belt from eBay. So I did buy it, and I also really love it. It barely fits me right now, but this is definitely, well, I don't know, I can't see the camera. It's a different feel from the other one. So that's some black options. The leggings have to stay black because they're all I own. I really need to do some bottoms. That's kind of what I'm realizing. The weather cooled down a little bit, which is another reason I finished this top, because I knew I could like wear it comfortably. But for work, I realized all I have are leggings or sweatpants. So these are my green boots. Man, I hope you can see my feet. And then these are probably color-wise the best match. And then this is my only green belt. It's another velvet belt. I love velvet. So this is kind of what that would look like. I don't know. I can't see from the camera. Does it look better belted or not? I'm a soft dramatic, so in my head, it'll look better with a little bit of waist definition. But maybe that's not true. I don't know. Maybe this just isn't my style. And then third, we're going to go with like a brown option. So these are my brown accessories. These boots are so cool. They get like major Rim Fair vibes from them. I just think they're so cool. And then this belt is also from eBay. It's real leather. It's clearly like, um, I think it's handmade. And it's got this amazing Aries belt buckle. Yeah, I'm an Aries. Okay, so that's the third option. This is the like combo I immediately thought of when I thought about styling this top. I don't know. What do you think? I wish I could see what I look like. I don't know. And should I kind of wish the collar was more open like this. Maybe I can iron it, like encourage it to come open. I think that's a little better, like a more open neckline for me. I don't know. Is that the end of this video? How long have I been filming? 14 minutes. Let me take my shoes off. I'll meet you back over in the living room. So overall, as typical of me this year, or maybe always for my sewing, I'm really undecided. I don't know if I just can't see myself very objectively yet. I'm still kind of working on that. I feel like I have a lot of, I guess, dysmorphia, but like there's a big disconnect between what my body actually looks like and what like it looks like in my head. In my head, it's still a mix of like me when I was 25, but like way like bigger than I am. So the other day I needed a shirt really quickly, and so I popped something from Target and I didn't try it on, and I just got the size that seemed like it would fit me, and it's way too big. I did the same thing at Costco when I was picking out work clothes. Everything's too big. I'm just really having trouble picturing myself in my mind like really accurately, and I'm sure that's a skill that'll come over time as I like actively try to work on that. But yeah, I do like the slits. Let's get a little bottom view. I do like the slits. It's very comfortable, of course, because it's so oversized. There's plenty of room for my biceps, like I knew it would be. I don't know, do I want sleeves with like fabric with more structure for the sleeves so you get more of the poop effect, or do I want something with less structure and more drape so that it sits closer to the body? I'm really not sure about this one. I used to wear a lot of tunics and leggings, but I'm not sure. Those all had some kind of like embroidery or some kind of detail that brought it in like under the chest. So I'm not sure that this loosey goosey is doing it for me. I don't know. Okay, that's it for this shirt. I got to take it off because it's getting really hot. Yeah, so going forward, I'm going to aim to upload videos every other week, at least for a while I get, I don't know, my act together. And yeah, I think that'll be better because I had been sewing on Saturday and then filming and editing on Sunday, and that was my whole weekend. And if I had plans, then the sewing aspect like didn't have somewhere else to fit in. School started back up again, so we're kind of figuring out a new routine, and hopefully I can fit sewing in more like during the week and maybe even editing or filming. So I'm just trying to give myself a little patience. We're going to try every other week. Maybe I can get ahead on a couple videos, and that would give me some more flexibility too if I wanted to go back to trying to do weekly, which has so far failed this year. But that's fine, right? Like I'm new to YouTube and I'm new to all of this, and I would like to work more on my editing skills, and I can't do that if I have to get it edited and upload it in an afternoon. Let me know what you think. I don't think I can quite see myself objectively yet. I'm not sure what works and what doesn't work. I know that with my hair back, I don't like this neckline at all. With my hair forward, of course, it looks a little better, but now we're just looking at my hair. Did it look better with the belt? What color should I coordinate with this if I keep it? I know that will probably change once I dye it, but anyways, I just wanted to share this with you guys and see what you think and see what I think. It'll be interesting to edit this and see, especially what I think of the sleeves. I've always had an idea that I liked big sleeves, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because they're too dropped. But yeah, anyways, that's it for me. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Okay? Bye.